pursuant to his mandate under Article 238 of the Constitution. And he also has institutional independence to conduct investigations. That investigation file is supposed to be brought. We are expecting an investigation file on these abductions, not just for the petitioners in this case, but for other complaints that we have had in the social media.
I usually don't like interrupting our counsel. I have a concern, Mr. Baraza and Mr. Church.
Yes, sir. Hello.
You know the direction we are.
Yes, my lord.
I am aware, now you have made me aware, that you have a motion that you want to be removed from the proceedings. Is that correct?
Correct, my lord.
I'm here to give directions on that.
Yes, we are waiting.
So, you need to buy from what the other respondents have said. That we are here pursuant to directions. So I don't know where Mr. Barasa M wants us to go with the argument he's raising.
My lord, we will be bound by your direction.
No. You must have sat and agreed the way you want to proceed. You sit down, you can't study two of you. Who is senior?
My lord, I am senior.
No, he's my senior.
So
you can.
You are senior. That is true that you cannot be on your feet, two of you at the same time.
My lord, we are responding to the issue.
Just a minute, Counsel.
Thank you,
just a minute. Sit down.
Thank you.
And I ask that you relax. Are you relaxed?
We are trying to relax.
No, you. I'm addressing you.
The matters before you are really serious, my lord.
Yes, I know.
Thank you, my lord.
I cannot have a senior officer in the Republic here if we are joking.
No,
so
we are very serious. Thank you, my lord.
Anything to say regarding what Mr. Gamodi has said and Mr. Omar? As they have asked me,
yes,
they are here. They want me to give them directions on how we will proceed. So I want to hear from this side. If I go to this side, remember, Mr. Nyamodi said something that I wanted Odiwori to come on record. Then I'll give directions.
Yes, my lord. I heard him very well, and if I understood what counsel for the second respondent was saying, is that the presence of the first respondent before you today was not possible. And we simply wished to state our position generally regarding the presence of the first respondent in this case. We also wanted to address you on a point of law, which we consider to be
so are you objecting?
Yes, my lord.
To the proceedings?
Yes, my lord. We have a serious objections on a point of law to these proceedings.
Just a minute. I will now start recording you.
Most obliged.
And I want you to be very brief.
Most obliged.
Yes.
My lord, these proceedings...
Have you filed a notice so that your colleagues are aware of the objection you are raising?
We haven't filed a notice, but it's an objection on a point of law, which your brother judges and sister judges in the Supreme Court have held on several occasions, that a preliminary objection on a point of law can be raised at any point in the proceedings.
Let's proceed, Mr. Baraza.
Much obliged, my lord.
What is the objection?
My lord, we are objected to these proceedings because under Article 157, the Constitution itself provides the manner in which criminal investigations, the Constitution is not silent on the manner in which criminal investigations are to be conducted. These are issues of alleged enforced disappearance, abductions in other words. Yes. The petitioners have petitioned for an order of habeas corpus.
Yes.
The law, the Constitution mandates the Director of Public Prosecutions to direct the IG to investigate, which we have done. We are expecting an investigation file from the Inspector General of Police pursuant to Article 157. Humbly we submit Article 157, and we expect the investigations to be neutral, impartial and fair.
I want to know, that's your expectation.
Much obliged. My Lord, a writ of habeas corpus should not be turned into a weapon to force the direction in which investigations should proceed. A person approaching the court on a writ of habeas corpus must have evidence to show that indeed the respondent has custody of the body or the persons in respect of whom the petitioner.
The writ should not be turned
into a weapon or a tool to force the investigations to take place or to proceed in a certain direction. My Lord, this honorable court should not be turned into an inquest for missing persons.
To hear this matter, I don't.
You do have jurisdiction to review.
Do I have jurisdiction to hear the petition, or do I have?
You do have. We admit you have jurisdiction, but the petition is fatally and incurably defective. That's our humble submission. We submit.
That's a question of fact?
A question of law.
Yes. Supported by facts?
Law, because as we were submitting, my Lord, we are expected by...
You know, counsel, the issues you are raising are issues of fact. Whether you have directed investigations is not before this court. We have not reached there. So, that's a question of fact. The question is, you look at the nature of the petition before me. Do I have jurisdiction or I don't? Or are you asking for time to have it done the way you want? Because you said it's being turned into a weapon. So
yes,
that
my Lord.
We have evidence here that you are investigating.
I'm heading there, my Lord, on my preliminary objection.
Don't you think you should have put this notice so that people have to see what you are saying and then they are able to respond?
In that case, my Lord, I will humbly then be praying for a stay to enable us formally lodge our preliminary objection in writing. We will humbly be praying that these proceedings be stayed to enable us put in a formal application.
while you seek to be struck off. Which should I take? You want to get off the proceedings?
Yes,
or you want to remain and agitate the point you want to agitate? You cannot have it both ways.
we humbly pray that we be allowed
I
to
can
put-
strike off now because it's within my jurisdiction. So choose. I'm giving you a few minutes to decide whether I hear the application, because I can do it suo motu. I can also ask that to be added without anybody asking me. So sit down, consult with Mr. Barasa, what I do with the application.
much
Oh,
obliged.
you don't want to be in these proceedings? So how do I even start making a ruling when you are seeking to get out of these proceedings? You see how you box yourself?
My Lord, we just
Do you
wanted
see
to...
how you box yourself?
We are not boxing ourselves. We are
Okay.
simply raising an issue of law for your consideration.
Now listen,
Yes, my Lord.
you are killing. Either you are getting out because I have your motion, or you are remaining so that we will address the question you are raising. So which one do you choose? I already have a motion seeking you to get out.
My Lord, you have put us in a situation where
I'm
we have
not.
to answer
You are
only
putting
yes or
yourself.
no. It's not a yes or no answer.
No, it has to.
As simple, it's
It
not a
has
yes.
to. I have an application, just serve. Just serve.
If you are, with your time, yes.
Wait. I'm sure all these advocates are online.
Yes, my Lord.
Get onto the portal and read that application. Get onto the CTS. Just a minute. Are you done? I want you to
Yes,
look
my
at,
Lord,
I
I've
want you to
consulted.
look at Rule 5. Sub Clause D. D, Roman 1. And since you have come here wanting to be struck out, can I exercise the option?
My Lord, you have jurisdiction to exercise that option. However,
I told you to look at the rule.
yes,
Have
my
you?
Lord, we've looked at it.
Yes.
You have jurisdiction under those rules to make such an order. That one is without question, we admit. However, you asked our position with regard to what Counsel for the First
You know, I
Respondent.
did ask.
Yes.
Now you took us in a certain route, and that's why I brought to your attention that you have a motion before us
Yes, my Lord.
that you do not want to be part of these proceedings.
Yes, my Lord.
So, and I had reserved my directions on that, but now since it would appear you want to get out, so you make a choice. Either you still want to remain or you want to get out, We get you out, you want to get out. We retain you, you want to remain, and then we proceed. Otherwise, we are not going to spend a lot of time on hearing what perhaps you know better. So make a choice, please.
My Lord, our firm position is that we have no role to play in these proceedings. No evidence has been produced to show...
Just a minute.
Yes, my Lord.
So, what is your simple choice, Mr. Baraza?
To be struck off.
To be struck off.
We have made a formal application, but you asked us our position on an issue
That's
that was
okay.
raised. That's why we are addressing you on a point of law. It is my duty as counsel, which you asked, to address you on a point of law, which
so
we were doing, my
do you want to remain? Do you want to...
No, we want to, that's why we filed an application.
You want
We are unequivocal on that application. But the court asked us to respond on an issue.
Yes.
And our position is clear on that issue.
Okay.
These proceedings are sub judice. They are going to prejudice investigations
Are
that
they
are
sub
ongoing.
judice?
Not sub judice, but they are going to be prejudicial.
So look at the petition before me, counsel.
Yes, my Lord.
Please, apply your mind to what the petition... Don't look at the motion.
We've
Look
looked
at
at
the
the petition and the evidence in the petition.
So do you think this court has jurisdiction?
It has jurisdiction
Do
to
you
even
think the
dismiss that petition.
Wait, the petition is properly before the court.
It is not, in our humble submission.
So that's our response. You put, we will deal with it in the petition.
Yes, my Lord.
So that's why you really needed to make up your mind if you want to remain and attack the petition, because we will still have to make a, you may argue, as a preliminary point, we will make a determination on it.
Much obliged, Your
Because
Lordship.
this is a constitutional court.
We are well guided.
And I want you to remember that the rules of this court are to be interpreted in a manner that facilitates access to justice. That's really the point. So even as you attempt to sway the view that this court, either the proceedings are sub judice, I don't know whether there is any other court, and it's for me to look at what is before the court and make a determination on whether it's sub judice or it's not sub judice. So really make up your mind and tell me what you want us to do here.
Yes, my Lord, we have filed a formal application.
So decide
We have
whether
decided.
you want to move the application so that I cannot ask your colleagues to get onto the platform, read the application, and are going to seek their views. Or
Yes.
you want to remain here and wrestle with the rest of the parties.
No, we want to be struck
You want
off.
to go away?
Yes, my Lord.
So I need to record you as you want to go away.
Yes, my Lord, we have a formal application dated 22nd of January 2025, in which we have filed a notice of motion seeking orders that will be struck off.
So you wish to pray that that application be granted.
Yes, my Lord.
Okay. I do not have to ask the respondents, because the respondents, you can't insist that a respondent who wants to go away should remain. I want to ask the petitioners whether you are objecting to that application. Have you seen that application?
Yes, my Lord. We stumbled upon the application on the 6th, yes.
Yes.
And we have since filed a replying affidavit to that application.
You are opposing it.
Yes, we are opposed.
want it argued?
Sure, my lord. We undertake to serve our reply because we have just filed it on the applicants.
What is the role of the fourth respondent in this petition?
My lord,
what is the role of the fourth respondent under the Constitution?
And the Constitution,
look at that, vis-a-vis what is before us.
Sure, my lord. The fourth respondent was included on the basis of Article 157, Sub-Article 4.
But can we direct? That's what he says.
Yes. What we sought from them.
Can we direct?
No, no, my lord.
So eventually what will I do with them? Look at the prayers.
Yes, my lord.
In the petition.
Yes, my lord.
I know you have not looked at them.
I have. My lord, they're just here.
Don't take us round.
Yes.
They're just here. Have you looked at them?
Yes, my lord.
What are you seeking against the fourth respondent?
Failure to comply with
what are you
Article
seeking
157.
against?
The main specific prayer against the fourth, my lord, is for them to confirm if they have complied with Article 157.4.
I am looking at what is the prayer. What prayer are you seeking against the fourth respondent?
The prayer against it is prayer J, my lord. That an order be issued that the second to fourth petitioners be produced, my lord.
I'm talking with the fourth respondent.
Okay, my lord. Then, my lord, if you're inclined, my lord.
No. What prayer are you seeking against the fourth respondent?
The prayers, the way that they appoint him, my lord, is that the failure to comply with Article 157.4, then it leads to prayer N, my lord, that the holders of those offices are unfit to hold any public office, my lord.
You know, you people are talking the court in circles. I have a very senior officer in this court. That must be in your mind.
Sure, my lord.
So I don't want us to get into a circus here. If you have any other issues to raise, can I dispense with those officers? Then we will remain here doing your businesses that you know best how to do them.
No, my lord.
Yes.
Our main business is that of the senior officers.
The issue here was for Mr. Nyamodi. Mr. Nyamodi has told us he has his officers present.
Sure, my lord.
Mr. Omari has said yes. Can I hear from Mr. Thandekuri?
Yes, my lord, given the explanation given by Mr. Nyamodi and the confirmation that pursuant to your orders, the two officers are here, I think it is important that the court gives proper guidance in terms of the way we are going to proceed with today's business. And perhaps, my lord, the other issue on the presence of the DPP in this matter, because I have looked at that affidavit and the motion and the affidavit that they filed in response to this application. And they are raising issues of and putting evidence that based on Article 157.11, they have actually directed, and so therefore they are saying that they will be prejudiced when they come to do the actual prosecution or actually the issue of. So I believe that motion will not be objecting if the court were to consider joinder or misjoinder of the parties and the discretion given to the court.
But we have not reached to where they are responding.
Because you did ask whether you want to release them, and I
Yeah.
looked at, yes.
You see, they are saying they don't want. So that's a matter I have to consider.
Let me leave it to court.
So that none of the parties is prejudiced. They want to get out, they don't want to release them. That's not an issue I'm going to determine here now.
Yes, we can
Instead,
conduct
we are
today's
keeping
business. Yes.
those of us here to see how we either conduct ourselves or misconduct ourselves.
We can proceed with today's business, my lord.
Mr. Odiwar,
Yes, my lord.
there is a concern that Mr. Nyamodi raised. I want you to address that.
Yes, my lord. I do confirm having received a letter dated the 29th of January 2025 by counsel on record for the first and second respondents, whereby he was curiously trying to explain the reasons why the first and second respondents could not be able to attend court today in advance. However, my lord, we did not respond to the same, owing to the fact that pursuant to your orders of the 8th, 13th, 17th, and 23rd of January 2025, the attitude portrayed by the first and second respondents was that we decided not to respond to that, and now that counsel for the first and second respondent has explained that the first and second respondents are here before court.
No, that you're not answering the question. You are skirting around it.
I've confirmed to have received it, my lord.
So Mr. Nyamodi wrote to you explaining why these officers may not make it to the court, and you said, to hell, I will not respond.
My lord,
You saw you also developed an attitude
no, my lord.
following that attitude.
No, my lord.
So why didn't you respond to the letter?
My lord, we decided that we would take our directions today.
Remember, we are dealing with an individual. Said you don't know the owners of the farm, so he was dealing with the farm, so you decided not to respond.
My lord, we decided that when we come to court today,
But they were supposed to have traveled.
yes, my lord, according to the documents that were served to me.
Yes. So the documents showed that they were supposed to be away
Yes, my lord,
on some official duty.
on some official duty.
And you said you decided not to respond.
My lord, we decided to come to court today to take our directions.
No, you decided before you come to court, you decided not to respond. Remember, the point he raised is failure to respond, and when he talked to his clients, they took the best option not to leave.
Yes.
Actually, my lord, let me just clarify. They had left and they flew back this morning. I shared with him boarding passes and tickets.
My lord, he did share with me the boarding passes and tickets.
So when did you see the boarding passes?
My lord, yesterday.
When did they leave?
My lord, they left on the 28th.
You keep quiet. It's your colleague addressing the court. If you want, you can take the floor. You will answer the questions. So, counsel, you received the details of the travel, and indeed they had left, or they were leaving. Be frank, we are in open court. What is the
My
fear?
lord, I can only confirm that I received the documents. However, the information of whether they had left or not
What
was
did
not
the
confirmed.
documents say?
The documents indicated that they are supposed to attend an official duty
When?
out of the country from the 28th.
was there an itinerary? Did you send an itinerary, Mr. Boarding passes?
Yes, madam.
So are there boarding passes?
Yes, my lord, we have the boarding passes
So when were they to leave?
dated that they were to depart on the 28th of January 2025 at 5:30 p.m.
So when you are receiving the letter was yesterday.
yesterday.
So
Yes.
they must have left.
They must have left.
Okay. That's the way you do things nowadays. Both the first and second respondents?
Sorry?
The two respondents.
The first and second.
And when are they to come back? You didn't scrutinize them. Mr. Nyawa, did you see those documents?
Yes, I did, my lord.
When are they to come back?
On the 31st.
Which is tomorrow.
Yes, my lord.
So, you are the petitioner. How do you want us to proceed? Shall I give directions?
I agree, my lord, with us. Orders of habeas corpus are in procedural in nature.
So how do you want us to proceed? We know that.
Yes, my lord. Wanted them first to address the question or on the whereabouts of the second to fourth petitioners, and if need be, my lord.
So I'll do this, Mr. Yamodi. I will get to the witness box, be sworn, and tell us what they want to tell us. Then you lead them, you want, they will ask the questions.
So, my lord, I have a contrary petition.
Yes,
To what your lordship suggests.
yes.
My lord, the agenda really for today is set out in your order.
Yes.
And your order requires two things of the first and second respondent.
Yes.
It is set out in the orders you made explicitly on the 8th as order number 1 and order number 2.
Yes.
Any inquiry beyond the orders that you have already made is then a fishing expedition. And that could not have been the purpose of your lordship then directing that these two senior government officials attend.
So they will come there, tell us whether they have complied with those orders. If not, why not?
Most obliged.
Yes?
Most obliged.
And then if there is any question, they will ask. It is simple.
We will take it from there, my lord.
Which one is the witness box? They are not accused persons. Mr. Nyamud, they are not accused persons.
I am happy to hear that, my lord.
For now, they need to tell us. But because the media is here, they can't come. So as they make their way in, Mr. Nyamodi, where is Mr. Nyamodi?
Yes.
I'm sure you're holding his brief. Mr. Odinga, when next time you get a letter informing you situations like that, you respond to the letter. You don't just keep quiet. I think that was one of the rules in the, I don't want to remember the ethics. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So you do that.
And in fact, it's punishable, my lord.
I'm not inciting you, but that's a fact.
Yeah.
And more important, if someone has already left the jurisdiction. Okay?
That's another way.
These things is not a do or die. We could still do it on another day. But that's all I can say for now.
Thank you.
So that my lord, we have some housekeeping. I know Mr. Nyamodi is coming. Some housekeeping of sorts. I realize the media is the other side, and the witnesses could be coming in. I was requesting if they could they can sit where we are.
No, I will stand there. We can give them seats.
Thank you, my lord. Thank you.
The media wants to see them. Mr. Kuria, did you file a resolution?
We are yet to file a response. The reason is that the instruction given to the two countries, but we serve for the entire day because we are active.
but let me know once they are settled.